Yeah, I won a Monopoly house. Oh my gosh. Speaking of Monopoly, Big Bad Gameathon had a lot of good submissions of terrible, terrible games, and we've mostly completed review. Like, we're having a meeting later today to discuss stuff, and there may be a little bit more work to get stuff together. I'm not 100% sure, but tonight is kind of the meeting where we're gonna go and discuss, hey, how do things look? Does anybody want to fight? We're gonna pull out the knives, probably stab each other a few times. It's gonna be good. Yeah, Big Bad Gameathon is really looking like it's gonna be a fantastic marathon, and a very high possibility of many games you have not heard of before. Rue, thank you so much for resubscribing. Good to have you here. And that's right, I needed to go to this one website and then do the reveal. Go into the website, do the reveal. KDR, thank you for resubscribing as well. Crappy. Can you take us? Malicus, I love the question. How is that speaking about Monopoly? Because Monopoly's a bad game. Okay, Crappy, take us to the game reveal. Come on, let's go. Watch out, the wild boater's coming for you. You know who else is on a wild boat? Yeah, you might not have noticed. No, this isn't a boat, it's a rocket. Whatever, we've got dollars, Fred. Actually, I think it's just farting. I don't know. Like, I don't know why I thought it was a boat for a second. You could be a boat, Fred.
I can be a boat?
You want to be a boat?
I'm not sure if I want to be a boat.
Okay.
What kind of boat?
One that apparently farts a bunch.
Wouldn't that be most boats?
Yeah, that's most boats. Oh, yeah, thank you everybody for all of the subs. We've been having a lot of love right now, and I appreciate it. But Fred, I'm excited to have you. You're giving out the first game of the day, and I'm trying to think what your wheelhouse is. I think you generally go with European games, if I'm not mistaken.
I do, and in fact, I usually go with Amiga games as well.
Are you gonna be an Amigo and give Amiga?
Thank you so much for saying Amigo. I will tell you why in just a moment. Yes, I'm going to be an Amigo today again. Our players have to suffer through, I think, what is the most obscure thing I've given out so far.
Really? Okay.
I think it's the Jeffiest pick that I have prepared as of now.
Oh, hey, chat, if you aren't familiar with Jeff gives out weird games, and as it turns out, when we have new GMs, a lot of GMs are like, can I be Jeff? Can I be as strong as Jeff? So I guess we're going to get to see what is a Jeff game to you, Fred.
Well, at least visually it's going to be a Jeff game. We have Starians for the Amiga.
Oh, well, go ahead, stop looking at the sun and look at the stars instead. The players are going to have 1 full hour to try to cruise through this game. Whoever manages to will take the victory and all 10 wonderful, beautiful points that come with it. Whoever comes in last, of course, will only get 2 points, and we are at the point where players are getting eliminated, so it's very important for people to score relatively high. With that said, let me go ahead and move on over to the screen here. What kind of genre do we have with this game?
This is a very janky European platformer with lots of colors.
Okay. Yeah, you say lots of colors, but I'm looking at the title screen.
You also look at a very broken title screen. I'm not sure what's wrong with the dump, but for some reason it just doesn't work. You see, it's trying to scroll through text, but it's not going too well. The game is trying its best to, to persuade you to not play it.
Honestly, like that's fair. That's a very valid thing. Game, I know that you're hurting. I can hear you, but we need to play you right now. and it's very, very important that we get started in just a few. Like, it's not too big of a deal because we're plenty ahead of time, but I'll let the players know that they can take their icons down, and otherwise I will need to recapture. This is Amiga. I have to recapture every single time. That's life. Deal with it, chat. Okay.
Also, I have noticed that I do have the tendency to, make the players wait on a screen that is mostly black, which is really not great for capturing.
It's Amiga. This is like 90% of the title screens. It's fine. Like, as long as chat isn't complaining too much. Chat, are you going to complain? Because if so, I have to come and kick your butts. Okay.
Yes, not at all.
Apparently, some people think it's too much effort to complain. That's fair. That's fair. I'm a little sleepy. Oh my gosh. So yeah, I just got back from Philadelphia, but this next Thursday, I'm flying to Indiana for Indy Fur Con, and then I fly from Indiana to Florida, and I'm going to be there for Megaplex, and then I fly from Florida to Minneapolis for Furry Migration, and then finally I get to go home again, Fred. I'm going to be gone for a long time.
Sounds like a trip. Well, multiple trips.
Yeah. Luckily, I'm going to be running into some Kuso friends on the way. If I get lucky, NPC, Shrambles isn't a furry. I just know that I can possibly go and visit Shrambles at some point. Oh no, Shrambles might make me go and watch improv. Uh-oh. Well, welcome to my life. Okay, so it looks like 3 players have confirmed that they are ready. I'm just waiting for our last player, 1UP. Now, here are the 4 players. Let me go ahead and run a prediction here because we gotta predict who's gonna be the winner. And right now, if I'm not mistaken, some of our staff are out of town, which is fine. Maybe not out of town, out of stream, not out of commission. They're somewhere. Where could that be? I don't know. Whoa. But I'll go ahead and run the prediction because we've got Bonus Lizard, Lauracia, 1UP 40, and okay.
Yes, I always struggle with that name.
Persagax.
Sagax. I'm not even sure if they have put the pronunciation guide in their sign up.
There. Everybody use your channel points and vote for who you think is going to be the winner. And you can get some extra points. And, points really matter a whole lot here. They're the whole point, if you didn't know that. Okay, it looks like all of the players are ready to roll. Perfect. Okay, so everybody wish them the best of luck. We are going to start with Starians. And yeah, you all are the star of my heart. Heart stars, horseshoes, clovers, and blue moons. Let's do the countdown. Go ahead and spam all of your... What emotes would be good?
Oh, I would say robots, maybe like inline skates or something like that. Wheels, anything with wheels.
Wheels, come on.
Also shapes.
The wheelie good emotes. Spam,
Right,
spam,
so-
spam.
Oh, I'm loving this already.
Uh-oh.
Get ready, level 1. So there we go. This is Starians. The first screen more than makes up for all the blackness that you've seen before, right?
Yeah, there sure is color here. Pew, 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 pew,
Right,
pew.
right into the instant death trap there from 1UP.
Well, you gotta have the
There's
instant
plenty of
death
those.
trap.
There's plenty of those. This game has no regard for any semblance of fairness.
Okay, that's good to know. Oh my gosh, let me just say, the music for the title screen, pretty much a bop. The music for the
yeah.
stage, non-existent.
It doesn't exist. And now that you mention it, I probably should have told you that.
You're
so
fine.
You could have put some music.
I literally can do that whenever. I'm gonna listen to the game for a while, and if I get bored, then I'll go ahead and play some music.
All right. Try to listen to the pew pew sounds.
I like them.
So,
pew pew.
Okay, so the thing about this game is that there's a warp in stage 1 at some point. I have told them where it is because they're not allowed to take it. If they take it, they have to restart, or else the progress isn't going to count.
Yep, and you did tell them how to quit out of the game, just in case that does happen.
And I even gave them a screenshot telling them where it is.
I think it's down underneath where Lauracia is. Nope, never mind.
No, Lauracia actually made it past where it is. So basically, there's well, yeah, I'll just tell you where it is when someone gets there. I think 1-Up was the closest right now.
Pew 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 pew.
Yeah, there'll be plenty of pew pew. Right, so down here where Bonus Lizard is, if you take the lower path and follow it to the right, at some point you will reach. Yeah, basically a dead end, and if you jump just right there, you will warp to level 4. And since this game only has 8 stages total, that would be quite a jump.
Oh yeah. We don't want people, like just getting lucky by finding the warp. We've had that occasionally in the past when we tell people, or when we don't tell people that warps are banned, then in general warps are going to be allowed. So you did tell them, nope, no warps, not allowed to use, and because of that they are not going to be allowed. I know that there are games like, I'm trying to remember. We have had matches that were decided just because somebody found a warp that nobody else found. And sometimes it can happen in the first, 2 or 3 minutes of a game. And it's like, I don't want the first 2 or 3 minutes to decide who's going to win Kusogrand8, you know?
So 1-Up was just at the fork where you can go towards the warp, but took the correct path, which is the upper path. So you can avoid all those death traps in the beginning by taking the lower path for just a second and then going back up. Like that part where Bonus Lizard is just struggling to get through.
Yeah, this part is annoying. The spiky thing that comes down and then the spikes that shoot up. And do those insta-kill you?
No, but it's Amiga, which means there's no you got no iframes.
Oh,
so,
no iframes! Yay!
So it's contact damage per frame, essentially. So if you walk into one of these traps, you take a lot of damage very fast. So it's functionally, essentially like an auto kill or instant kill, but not really.
Close enough. It's close enough.
Close enough.
Yeah.
Right, trying the jump. That's the trampoline part.
See, I didn't even realize there was a trampoline. It's just the blocks look a little different, like tiny bit different. They do not look like a trampoline. Okay, devs, if you put a trampoline in your game, make it clear that it's a freaking trampoline, okay? I don't want to deal with this guessing, what does this slightly different block mean? Persaga doing the trampoline. Ooh, getting a lot of good height. Never mind. Okay, trampoline again.
I made it to stage 2, by the way.
Nice.
So here you get more of these flasks that you can collect, and that those make the gauge on the lower left of your HUD increase. Basically, this is fuel for your flight, which is really janky, but you can use your flight, to go past some more annoying jump puzzles. But it's really hard to control because there is considerable momentum, as you may have noticed in the controls, that extends to the flying as well.
Okay, okay.
I mean, of course you would have like terrible momentum. You're playing literally like a robot on wheels.
I mean,
Because one of the
yeah,
most
if you're a
bizarre
robot on wheels,
choices-
you need to have at least a little momentum. Like robots, they're kind of chunky. And there we go. One up onto level 2. Now, it's very easy to tell which level they are on, unless you are colorblind, in which case everything at the bottom looks like mud. I'm a little colorblind. I can tell that one up is on level 2. Yeah, I don't like this HUD. It's hideous. It looks like somebody, found Gallery 1995 and just like slapped everything together.
Many games of the era did have that look.
Oh yeah. Unreadable. It's certainly an option.
I like that they went with the same color scheme as with the sky, which makes it even more stupid somehow.
Fewer colors to load? Whatever.
Okay, from a technical standpoint, it might make sense. I'm not sure with the readability, though.
Yeah,
so let's see if,
readability definitely needs a little improvement.
So there's falling blocks that instantly kill you, right there where one up just got smushed. You'll know for next time. So basically, this this kind of instant death trap is the reason why I don't think they're going to complete this game, even though it has only 8 stages and most of them are fairly short.
Yeah, you did tell them that they would be doing a second and a third loop if it came down to it, but that requires them to get pretty dang good at this game. Now, of course, we do have referees who are making sure that we know what the high watermark is for players, and currently the referees on this game are Linkura is ready for a Mega Trash. We've got Hazel Starian. Oh my gosh. Redford just got a rockin' new high score, or sorry, high SC. Okay, we've got Starcopians and Pew Not Electa Pew. Oh, good. Well, currently 3 out of 4 players have made it to level 2, and the referees are trying to make sure that they know how far to the right the players have made it. They are keeping track of that. So I will do my best to let people know when progress has been made by any of the players here. And of course, our referees are the champions at making sure that we don't miss anything, because welcome to my life. Now, the players here currently have 12 points. That means that 2 players are moving on. They need to have at least 19 points by the end of round 3. And in order to do that, they need to come in first or second. First place, you get 10 points. Second place, you get 7 points, and that would be enough to move on. Third and fourth, get out of here. Go and enjoy life with good video games.
I don't know if you just saw what happened on Lauratia's screen, because that was just delightful. Lauratia made it past the instant death falling blocks in stage 2, and there's a pit on the other side where you have to fall into. And at the end of that pit, if you are too far to the left, you fall into a funny spike pit and die.
Oh, so a blind jump that is partially death. Yeah,
Yes.
That's totally fair and well balanced.
And also, if you fall too fast, the screen doesn't scroll fast enough, and you don't even see what killed you. So you might even be inclined to try the same thing next time.
Oh my gosh. There's so much death. Yeah, Lauratia just currently trying to die as quickly as possible in order to get a game over and start over. Technically, you can quit out of the game and get back in, but I think that dying is faster.
That depends on how many lives you have, but yeah.
Yeah, that's something that, like, is part of the meta strategy for how many attempts you can get into a game, you know, figuring out what is going to be the fastest way to start over if you're having a bad run. But yeah, all of the players are starting to figure this out. I love the trampoline mechanics on this. Like, a robot with wheels on a trampoline, obviously.
Sounds like a good time,
that's why
right?
you give them wheels to bounce. We've all seen tires bouncing down the highway. Come on, it's cool. Or at least we've all seen videos of whatever. I don't even care.
I mean, I think tires bouncing full speed towards you could be terrifying.
Yeah, tires are really, really heavy. Boring, 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 boring.
I was just thinking the same thing. Which is, you know, boing.
Boing.
Oh man. So I mentioned that this was the, well, Jeffiest pick in my list at the moment, and the reason for this is because this was a cover disc game for a German Amiga magazine. It was, as far as I can tell, only released as the cover disc for a magazine in Germany. And the magazine is called Amigo.
Oh, Amigo!
Amigo magazine.
Okay, Amigo with Amiga games. You know what? That's kind of a cute name for a magazine covering Amiga games. I like it.
It is. It's really hard to find. I have looked for a bit. I mean, it was like weeks or months ago that I did that. But at that point, I think I was not able to track down a copy of the issue where this game appeared. I think I've only ever seen like the actual magazine cover. I was looking for any information as on if there's more warps or anything like that, but didn't see anything. Oh right, bonus lizard falling into the spike pit.
Ooh, this is scary. Ooh, bonus lizard making some progress in here. I think this is first place currently.
Yeah, I would agree.
Pew, pew, pew. Yeah, now this game was made by Computec Verlag, as far as I can tell, by somebody named Joachim Wigstrom. Oh, that's a strong name. I like that.
It's a Scandinavian name. Some of the names on in the credits are, I would say, Swedish, probably, but the magazine is German, and as far as I can tell, it was only released in Germany. But you know, developers can have different origins, of course.
Oh yeah.
KDR11K in chat is correct. Their Verlag means publishing, so the publisher of the game is the publisher of the magazine.
Gotcha. Okay, so odds are, for a lot of games that did go through magazines, usually it was just one person who made them, and a lot of the times it was somebody young, oftentimes a teenager who was like, yeah, I want to make a game and try to get it out there. And because of that, you end up with a lot of kind of not great looking games, but that have a decent amount of gameplay. Like, yeah, this game I can definitely tell is janky, but there's level design here. Like, the HUD is hideous, but when you're a teen trying to make a game, like, making a beautiful looking HUD is not your priority.
You're also trying to show off that you can do that kind of thing, you know, visually. So that's also a factor. It was, as far as I can tell, it was technically comparatively easy to get these kind of, color grades on the Amiga as compared to, you know, your classic consoles. So if you know how to pull it off, oftentimes developers thought, hey, I can do it, why shouldn't I? And then you end up with this type of sky, which is, you know, one of the hallmarks of European Amiga games, or generally European computer platformers in the 90s.
Yeah, I'm trying to find more information about this person who worked on the game, Joachim Wigstrom. The only one that I can find is a software developer with a PhD. Their expertise is software development, algorithm development, and applied mathematics and optimization. Currently, apparently his PhD is in physical chemistry from 2015. So there is a possibility that the person who made this went on and went into chemistry and is doing some great chemistry software stuff, which I do love that there are a lot of people who made some games who ended up doing other things in software that were strong. I'm very interested if this is the same person, though.
Yeah, that's a whole different question. I think Wikström is not exactly an uncommon name in Sweden. It's possible it's the same person, but we might also be mistaken there. No way to tell unless we literally
Okay, I'm going to LinkedIn,
them.
Finland. Okay, let's see. Join? No, I don't want to join LinkedIn.
Oh.
Never mind. Regret.
If the developer turns out to be Finnish instead of Swedish, I will be embarrassed.
Well, I mean, there is the Joachim from Sweden and the Joachim from Finland. I don't know. It's complicated. There's very little information about this person, as well as this game. It's very, 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 very little information.
Oh, nice. Bonus Lizard made it to stage 3.
Yeah! See, that's why you don't get the regular lizard, you get the bonus lizard. They make it all the way to stage 3, and you get to celebrate.
They did it by mostly skipping the mini-boss at the end of stage 2. So you can sort of... how do I put this? I'm missing words in my vocabulary, which is kind of weird.
Oh, it's okay. Welcome to English. Okay, skipping the boss at the end of stage 2. Did Bonus Lizard just jump over it or damage boost through the boss?
Oh, basically they took the upper path where you can sort of climb over him.
Oh, okay.
Over the giant scorpion, and if you drop down in a good way. In just the right spot, you will not fall onto the scorpion, which would damage you quite a bit. And they managed to do that and reach the next stage, which is a nice high mark for the moment.
I mean, yeah, that's
3
great.
lives left.
Honestly, I'm really... Oh, Bonus Lizard has found... Oh my gosh, look at that mechanic for Amiga.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Oh, I love this. This is so good.
Not the reaction I'm expecting when I show people this game. But yeah, kind of. It's kind of cool.
Now, there are a lot of good things about this game. Yeah, it's janky. The physics are definitely weird. The trampoline mechanics don't look super polished. But at the same time, there's a lot of charm to this game already, and I'm very much enjoying this.
Also, a lot of instant death traps, which we love dearly.
Yeah, I don't love those quite so much, but, you know... That's another thing with younger developers or novice developers, especially back when this game came out. There wasn't a whole lot of standardization with video game layout and design, especially for smaller independent companies. And if this was one person making the game for fun to submit to a magazine, then yeah, they didn't have standards to follow. They just put together whatever they could. And because of that, you're going to have blind jumps. You're going to have some mechanics that are objectively terrible. But you can also see some elements in the game that are not standard in games and that are honestly taking some pretty big risks. Yeah, I'm a big fan of this. I actually really like this game so far, Dolores Fred.
That's nice to hear. You can try playing it, and we'll see if you're feeling the same way after an hour with it.
Oh no, one up! Down into the pit, gotta hold right. Oh, there you go. Okay, there you go.
Bonus Lizard is on stage 4 now, which I think is where it really picks up in terms of difficulty. Well, we'll see how they do. They do have the the caution that is necessary to progress here. Yep, that was too far up. If you jump too high there, you bump into the spiky ceiling and you're dead. It's a trap because there's flasks with fuel there waiting for you. But if you try to collect them while flying, you will jump too high and you will bump into it, into the spiked ceiling, and you die.
Well, don't do that.
Yeah, don't die. You won't get far if you die.
It's amazing how that works. Death ends a run. I mean, in most games, like maybe not Shadow of the Colossus, but, you know, that's different.
Actually, never played Shadow of the Colossus.
Okay, well, you'll die. Just FYI.
You have Dark Souls for that.
Yeah, but that one, like, it's bad to die. Shadow of the Colossus, it's required.
Huh.
I don't know.
Well,
It's like there are plenty of RPGs that have forced deaths as well. That it's like, oh, better pop like all 50 of my elixirs that I've been saving for this. Yeah, you're not beating the boss. You're dead.
The Lauratia was just trying to skip past the Scorpion, but it didn't work.
See, every time there's this Scorpion, I don't even realize it. I'm not looking at the right place. One of these days, I'm going to see our friend Sausage Vader.
Right. On Lauratia's screen right now, if you look at their screen right now, they're falling, and there's the Scorpion.
Oh my gosh, game over, no! Yeah, that deals a lot of damage.
And very quickly, too.
Okay, one up. Gotta hold right. Yeah, there you go. One up, moving into the underground section here. Yeah, definitely. Oh, everything deals so much damage.
There's a lot of trial and error to the level design, which, you know, that's not great, but, you know, considering the type of game this was, it's kind of understandable because it sort of pads the playtime.
Yeah, I'd say that for shorter games that's not necessarily bad. I mean, if you do literally any Kaizo game, it's trial and error, trial and error, trial and error. There is certainly an audience for that. However, in general, that's not going to be the most appealing unless you are extremely kind when it comes to continues and extra lives. If you are, then trial and error is a lot more okay. No, this has 5 lives.
And yeah, I mean, I think you can find extra lives, but there's no continues. You die, you go back to the beginning.
Yeah, and because of that, I'd say that the trial and error, like, the game's still short enough that it's probably fine. It's just not the best design, is what I would say.
But at least there's, like, mid-stage checkpoints. Not every game has that from the era.
Oh, Bonus Lizard got pushed into spikes.
Yeah, that happens.
So, as a recap for everybody here, Bonus Lizard has made it to stage 4. Everybody else stage 2. Bonus Lizard is very, very much in the lead. And the other players are relatively close to each other. Lauratia and Persaga both into level 2 again. One up just trying to catch back up. Yeah, right now, like, first place is pretty solid, but not for sure solid for the rest of the match. The others completely up for grabs.
Not only that, their high marks are exactly at the same spot, which was right at the end of stage 2. Literally everyone has gotten killed at the same spot by falling into the Scorpion, says Redamafort, and that's
this game for you.
And now the spicy situation is this is a 12-point game, so the first 2 places may continue playing in Kusogrand8.
Yep. We've got plenty of time for everybody to separate themselves. All you need is one good run.
All you need is to get past the Scorpion right now, and then for the others to struggle.
Oh my gosh, Lauricia killed the Scorpion, but got pushed into the pit. It just charges you. What the crap?
You can sort of avoid it if you have fuel to fly over it.
Yeah, the fuel seems extremely important. Oh no, Lauricia got a little bit zapped by the electricity and the Scorpion again. Saucity Vader just doesn't want the robots getting into his facility. And I can't blame him. Come on. This is a robot-free zone. Why are you letting robots in here?
I wish I could tell you what the story of this game is.
Well, I can't find, like, any information about this game. This game is one of the most obscure games that I've seen in Kusogrand8 that hasn't come from Jeff.
I take that as a compliment.
In some ways, yeah. In some ways, I'd say that's a compliment. In some ways, I'd say that it's a little sad because this game has a lot of potential. Like, for 1993, sure, there were better games. There were probably better games on the Amiga, but were there better games that were made by a single person? Possibly, but it still is incredibly impressive. I feel like if you put something like this together, like, it would honestly have been a huge feat and a very good possibility to be like, hey, look at what I made. You want to hire me as a game dev? Lauricia has passed the Scorpion.
So is 1UP, actually. Both of them have made it to stage 3.
2 people passed the Scorpion at the same time?
Again.
This is so good. Okay, question though, can Persaga do it?
They're close.
Yes!
And they made it too. Oh wow. Okay, now we're cooking.
Well, 3 people onto level 3 at the exact same time. This is what I love to see, everybody. Welcome to Kusogrand8. This is ridiculously close. I like the gong sound occasionally. I think it's when you beat a level.
It's the level start sound, I think. So yeah, kind of.
1UP trying to kill the spike. Can't blame you, I don't like the spikes, but you do have limited ammo, so you don't want to waste all of that. Oh yeah, that's something that I hadn't noticed until now. Yeah.
Yeah, there's an ammo counter, but when I played it, I never had the problem of running out of ammo.
Uh-oh, Lauricia either quitting out and getting back into it, or had an issue with the game. What was that?
Might just have been trying to restart with a fresh set of lives, though I didn't see where they were at that point.
Yeah, if anything, if there was an issue, like, Lauricia can let us know.
$30
Yeah,
remaining.
we are halfway through. Bring that gong, everybody. I guess.
So I just posted in chat a link to, I think, the only review scan that I could find. But it's a German language, so I mean, I speak German. I live in Germany. just don't have the capacity of doing simultaneous commentary and translation at the moment. So if there's someone in chat who is willing to to read that.
Yeah, they really didn't like the Dower's Pass or the animation, but they like the hand habung. Okay, I don't know what that is, but that's pretty cool. 64%.
Yeah, that's the handling. Controls 64%. I don't agree with that.
How did the controls get the highest score? Better than graphics? What are you talking about? Better than animation? Okay, yeah, like nothing's really animated except you a little bit, like your wheels turn. Sure, fine. Music has a higher score than animation. FYI, everybody. As you can tell, there's no music.
There's music on the title screen.
Okay, but I can't count that. Okay, sound effects, lower score than music.
The music that is in the game is pretty good. There's just, not a lot of it.
Yeah. Oh, come on. Like, this... Here's the deal. The game runs smoothly. Like,
It does.
I have not noticed any lag at all, which is pretty good for a solo developed game. Like, we haven't had an issue with any bugs. Yeah, difficulty has been a little bit ridiculous at times. Yeah, maybe level design needs a little bit of an improvement. I've got different standards than the people from back in the day. I'm sorry, but like, I think that a lot of reviewers back then were just wrong about what makes a game fun.
Also, I think they even kind of say so in the review. They were kind of, kind to the developers because they're like colleagues in games journalism who made that. But I haven't really read the review in a while. It's been literally, I think, months since I put that on our games list, and only recently did I actually get someone to try it out for me.
Boing, boing. So much boinging. Just boing, boing, boing. Yeah, like, I need to go time travel and give things actual reviews instead of rating. Like, I'm sorry, but you don't need to judge this game based off of music when there isn't music in the game. The music rating doesn't matter. Like, even if it was just the title screen that farted at you, like, that's fine. That it doesn't matter. It doesn't relate to the game at all. And there are plenty of games that, like, if I boot it up and literally the only difference with it was that the title screen farted at me, like, that might make me more likely to play the game, you know?
Do you mean if that's all the game is?
Well, that's the only thing that's changed, okay? Instead of title screen music, it's the title screen farts at me, okay?
Depending on the game, it might be on brand.
Hey, Persaga is on to level 4. This is a solid second place. Bonus Lizard in first, Persaga in second. Persaga may be able to pass Bonus Lizard, though. We'll have to see. Obviously, the refs have a better eye on how far the players have made it through the stages. But this is fantastic. Good to see a solid... 2 players leading and a solid 2 players who are currently behind. One up or Laurasia with a good attempt could potentially pass up one of the other players, though. And considering how slow the timer is, like, that doesn't... I think that it's worth taking your time, at least on these earlier stages. Don't worry too much about rushing. You know, just don't die. Did you ever find the timer being an issue when you were playing this?
Not really, because A, the stages are short, and 2, you tend to die a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, the timer shouldn't be an issue.
That's the thing with games like this from the era. It's like timer exists, but either timers can be way too strict or basically meaningless. And I personally prefer the meaningless part of it. Oh no, 1-up! Well, you were right there, I think. Unfortunately, the falling blocks stronger than robots. Fact.
Erasure doing a good push there. Into the spike trap, and
No,
game over.
That's game over.
Yeah, everyone's high point is in level 4 at the moment.
Okay, thank you for that clarification. Everybody has made it to level 4. The big question is, how far have they made it? And the referees are going to be much better at knowing that. Of course, they do have notes. Bonus Lizard made it to the blind spike pit. 1-up 40 made it to the fuel spike trap. Yeah, this game has traps. Don't you love it?
Lots of traps.
I kind of dig that. Like, but again, that works a lot better with a game that is extra forgiving on the number of lives or how long it takes for you to get back into it. It's kind of okay with this, with how short the game is, but like, the game 1001 Spikes very much had a lot of death traps, but it let you get back into the game extremely quickly. Ooh,
I
very
wouldn't
nice.
have expected a game with a name like 1001 Spikes to have lots of death traps.
There are a lot of death traps, let me tell you. That game's fun. Definitely recommended.
I don't think I recall seeing that.
It's fairly old. I think probably 8 to 10 years old.
Oh, okay. That would explain why I don't know it.
Okay, public. Oh my gosh. Oh. Yeah, I don't like the publisher of the game. Okay. Whatever, nerds. It came out in 2014, so yep, 10 years old.
Oh, great. Thanks for reminding me that 2014 is 10 years ago.
What
Also,
even
Redford
happened
with
in
the,
2014?
Well, Germany won the World Cup. I remember that.
Oh, that's cool. Good job, Germany. I'm proud of you.
Yeah, it's been downhill since.
Bonus Lizard on to level 5. There we go. Solid lead by Bonus Lizard. Okay, Persaga had a crash.
That's not great. Let's hope that it works. Starting it back up.
Okay, well, everybody, just in case, we do keep track of crashes. If one player is more affected than others, occasionally we do give bonus time, and it's up to the referees, you know, how much time was lost, how far was the player when the crash happened, you know, and so that's something that we could potentially give depending. We'll see what Persaga is able to do. However, because this game does have a lot of trial and error, the knowledge that you gain from playthroughs is not lost from a crash. There is a little time that's lost.
Bonus
but not
Lizard on
everything.
stage 5.
Yeah. Bonus
That's a
Lizard is
solid
doing
lead.
great.
Yeah, they're doing really well.
Taking it slow. I like it. Precisely what you need to do.
Yeah,
Bonus
that's a
Lizard's
good
like,
idea
I
in
think
this
there's
game,
a
yeah.
trap. Oh, it was right there. Ha!
So this part drove me nuts when I was playing it. Just fair warning. Let's see how much of this we're gonna see. This is, nope, that's it.
Oh no!
Ah, yes, Bradford with the observation that you need to get fuel past that part, and I think that was about that part in stage 4 towards the end. And I think you do kind of need it. I'm not entirely sure if it's possible without fuel. I just know that I have never managed to beat that part without having fuel.
Dong. I'm enjoying the sounds for dying and restarting. There we go. Back into it.
It's great. You have the boings and the gongs.
Boing. Gong. Now, everybody, so you know, we do have 2 matches today, but I believe 4 matches tomorrow. Today is a little bit of a light load, partly because Big Bad Game-a-thon review is still happening, and we are probably close to wrapping it up. No promises, no promises. I don't give any promises, but we might be close. And tonight is going to be we all get on a Discord and yell at each other a bunch. Yep. You gotta have at least one of those meetings.
Yeah, I had to abort my my attempts at trying to figure out a speedrun to show for BBG. Unfortunately, I just did not have the time to prepare something this year. I had ideas, but you know, I'm sure that whatever you guys are going to pick is going to be fun. I've enjoyed every single Big Bad Game-a-thon, and everyone should watch it. It's a good time.
Oh, yeah.
One of my favorite weekends of the year.
Seriously, it's my favorite marathon of the year, and not just because I choose the games. Because honestly, like, especially in years past, I think a lot of the other staff put in a lot more work than I did. I actually got to do a lot of reviews this year, though. Like, it made me happy. I had the brain power to actually do that, and it was fun. And let me tell you, there are going to be some amazing games that you've never heard of, and then there are going to be some games that you're like, oh, I know this. Oh, I very much know this. People are asking if RPGs can get submitted to BBG. Indeed, RPGs can be submitted. Indeed, RPGs have been submitted. I prefer not to say what games were submitted, just in case people don't want that knowledge out there. I have shared a few pictures of funny things that I saw during submissions, but they were just so funny, I couldn't help it.
I'm pretty sure it didn't a few years ago even didn't an RPG game even start off the marathon? I remember something like, wasn't there an RPG based on some Mormon mythology? It's
yeah,
ago.
my sister ran that, actually.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would make sense, right?
That game honestly had some kind of neat concepts in it. I'm trying to remember. I think it was Nephi's story or something like that. It definitely was about the first character in the Book of Mormon. We've had Bible games like I'm trying to think. I know there was the Ephesians 9:16, something like that. I don't know. I'm pretty sure we've had multiple wisdom tree games like Bible Adventures and such. Like, yeah, Oh, yeah, and don't forget, we literally had the New Testament.
Oh, right, the New Testament. I mean, that is an absolute classic.
Yeah, that's one that we're like, we're going to submit it to GDQ, and there is literally 0% chance that they will accept it, but we have to. Like, if I were reviewing for GDQ, I'd probably say, no. We can't have this. As much as I want it, no. But for BBG, sure.
So I think every player has fallen for the funny spike ceiling.
Yep.
For the fuel trap. Everyone died there.
It's evil. It's bad.
It's the kind of trap that you put in a game and then you laugh about that. You giggle just to yourself, knowing what's going to happen if people actually try to play it. The Demon Rush got a remaster in chat. Well, yeah.
Yes, I believe that we've had multiple versions of the Demon Rush. I used to run the original, and let me tell you, that's one of the harder speedruns that I've had to do just because of, I don't know. It's a nightmare of a game.
Yeah, I remember you doing a playthrough on Twitch of the remaster. I also remember it being really, really expensive, like $40 or something.
Yeah, but there's been content added all the time. I love it. Mind you, the remaster does have nudity. And it's about what a 5-year-old would draw when it comes to nudity, except for the dude for some reason. For some reason, that's like extremely detailed.
Oh, that kind of nudity.
Yeah, but the woman, it was like probably Barbie with nipples is how I would describe it. Like, not the most sophisticated nudity I've ever seen in my life.
All right, let's. I should maybe try and watch the game for a moment.
For a moment, it's ours. I'd have to go and find you the specific bits of nudity, but holy cap. Oh my gosh, never mind. I laughed a lot. It was great. Highly recommended.
On stage 5 again, by the way.
Yeah, 1UP is back to stage 3 Persaga on level 4. Right now,
yeah, but without lives.
Yeah, I believe that there has been discussion about whether or not Persaga will get bonus time, and by the 50-minute mark is when we make the official ruling. And it seems like just based off of the knowledge, like knowledge is extremely important in this game, and getting a full restart with how short this game is actually could have been to Persaga's advantage in this case. Having made it all the way here with 2 lives left, like, I don't think it ended up being bad. Or at least not run killing, you know?
Probably not. I would probably agree with that.
Yeah, so I will go ahead and issue that ruling over. Yeah, the refs appear to concur there. And there we go, Persaga on to level 5.
And on their last life. Let's see how far they can get here. A potential lead is in play here. Check the upper path. Okay, so my cat is currently meowing terrible wails of despair because he wants to go outside, but it's getting dark and he's black. I don't like him being outside when it's dark.
Oh.
I mean, he's very persuasive, though.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Let him free.
I'd rather not.
Okay, fine.
No,
Whatever.
seriously.
Guess you have to go to cat jail, cat.
That's just what he calls home. I sort of hope that my mic picks up his terrible wails, but I don't think it does.
Wait, you have a whale? You need to... Never mind. Bad joke. Dumb joke. Bad dumb. I was gonna say I want a whale. I don't want a whale. That's super inconvenient.
I mean, just imagine what that thing like consumes in terms of food.
I mean, a lot of krill. You have krill?
I don't think so. Let me check my sink.
Okay. Oh, hey, welcome to Kusogrand8, everybody.
Okay, 1UP. Able to do a good push there, maybe? Yeah, that part is terrible because you think this is a platform, but it's actually a trampoline.
By the way, Bad Chop is saying that it appears that 1UP is currently in second. Persaga died a little bit before where 1UP made it to so far. Ooh, 1UP clipping a little bit into a platform rather than falling into a pit. Whenever you can clip slightly into a platform and not die, you thank the glitch gods. Okay? Everybody say, thank you, glitch gods, whatever. I don't know. You don't have to. Whatever. If you don't believe in them, you don't have to say that. But for all of you believing folks out there, you also
like,
don't have to. I don't care.
Brain, that is just going to mean that you're going to spend like the next hour trying to replicate that clip.
Also, yeah, you can thank the witches. Ooh, thank you, witches.
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 I should see if I have a game about witches.
You know, there need to be more witch-based games. I can't think of any.
Like Cauldron? Is it Super Cauldron?
I know Cauldron. One of them you play as a pumpkin and one of them you play as a witch. So there are those. There need to be more witch games. I just want to go and like make some potions and have a frog and stuff.
Would make for a cool feature list on Steam. Be a witch. Make potions. Have a frog and stuff.
Yeah. Ooh. Like, there is the game that just came out called Frog Monster, and that appears to be sort of a Metroidvania where you're a frog, and that's kind of cool. No witches as far as I can tell, but I believe there might be a witch later on that makes potions or cooks food. The food is basically solid potion, you know?
So you don't know what she's doing with that big black cauldron there?
I mean, it looks like a big black cauldron, and whatever it is, I want to eat it. Yeah, sure, goulash. Just stir it up.
Why not?
Put it in a pot, stir it up, I'll eat it.
Only gets better with time. Both, you know, time as in...
oh my gosh. Chat has so many good witch suggestions. I need to, like, copy all of these.
A little bit of me died trying to make this pun.
Well, stop dying.
Or just stop making puns.
No, I didn't say that.
That's good. That's good. I'll never stop making puns. That is a battle that I'm not willing to have.
There is the Looney Tunes episode titled "Which Witch is Which." and that one is a classic witch episode. I love the witch in Looney Tunes. Come on. She's great. She dashes and her hairpins fly up in the air. It's, you know, just witchy stuff. I like witchy stuff.
That looks like a good push for bonus lizard there again. Still level 4, but right at the end. And they have 5 lives left, so that's good. Past the falling blocks. Slowly inching forward.
Pew, 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 pew. Pew, 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 pew.
Good idea to fuel up.
Yeah, get the fuel. Come on, drink it. Like a potion, like a witchy potion.
Yeah, I really need to reiterate how terrible this controls when you're flying.
Honestly,
it's really not that easy.
It's hard to tell while watching, but I absolutely believe that.
Yeah, it absolutely it takes a while to get to reach, you know, top speed, and then it takes a while if you want to slow down and stop. So you have this stupid momentum there. And that just continues when you're flying. So there's fuel under this platform where bonus lizard was. That's good to know if you if you need that knowledge, and if you need fuel, because I think there's a few parts here where having fuel or not having fuel will decide if you restart the entire stage or if you continue onto the next one.
Boing, boing.
It was fairly far towards the end of the stage, by the way, where bonus lizard was. Also a good chance for 1-up to get there as well.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, unfortunately,
this is really close.
Lauracia is probably out of this. It's gonna take a miracle for Lauracia, or a perfect playthrough. I don't know. There might not be enough time. But yeah, who are we watching?
No. I was watching who was it? I was watching Bonus Lizard at the moment.
Okay, Bonus Lizard is on 6. Yes.
So that is absolutely the lead at the moment, but 1-up is very close to getting there too.
Oh my gosh, is that the end?
And
level
they made
6?
It too.
What? Oh my gosh.
2 players on level 6 simultaneously at the
1 minute left. 1 minute left. Who can make progress here? That's the question. Okay, Bonus Lizard getting through the big drop. Yeah, you just got to go. At this point, even if you're going to die, if you have extra lives, use them. Okay, Bonus Lizard trying to do the precision platforming. 1-up getting through faster, though. 1-up moving into the lead. Bonus Lizard right there as well. We are straight up tied between the 2 players here. Who can get through this? Okay, I thought the pillars in the background might kill them. But nope. 1-up is just being a lot braver and is through on to level 7. Oh my gosh, it's right there, Bonus Lizard. Right there. You're going to be in second place. Oh, what the crap? From out of nowhere, that is 1-up moving into the lead and stealing the victory from Bonus Lizard. What an amazing finale.
What an end to this game. Incredible.
How is this so good?
Wow, I did not expect it to be this close in the end. What an ending. Incredible.
Yeah, that honestly, I don't think that we have had a race that close, ever. like with two players making progress at the exact same time in the very last, like,
in the very last
15 seconds. I don't even understand. Like, absolutely ridiculous.
Incredible. So, let's see.
Yeah, I'm just checking to see if 1UP is going to be able to join us. But with that said, it was definitely 1UP in first place, Bonus Lizard in second place. I believe Persaga in third, Lauracia in fourth. Unfortunately, both of them are eliminated, and 1UP and Bonus Lizard will be moving on. Oh, let me go ahead and let them know. For now, I'm just seeing if 1UP wants to come and join us. I would love to talk about the experience with this game. Yeah. Oh, I don't know. I can barely breathe. Bonus Lizard appears barely able to breathe as well. Whee! Well, with that said, Dollar's Fred, how do you feel that the players did? I know that you said you didn't expect either player to beat the game.
No, I didn't.
What about, did they beat your expectations, though?
Oh, yeah, I didn't. Let's put it like this. So stage 8 is the last stage in the game. That's the last level, so they reach the end of the game. I gave it out to test. Basically, they said that it might be a good idea to have a contingency for if they should beat it. So I told them that we can count loops.
It's honestly better to have that safety in there. Well, speaking about safety, we've got a 1UP in chat. You always want to have a 1UP. Hello there. I believe your mic is muted, but feel free to chat with us. How are you doing?
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Hello.
Doing good. Yeah. That was a game. That's for sure.
Yeah, okay, you're saying this was a game. What was your experience with the game? Did you enjoy this game?
It was kind of middle of the road. Like, it wasn't horrible, but it's not like my top 10 games either.
Gotcha.
It was kind of interesting because, like, some of the parts felt like pretty hard walls, like, the beginning of level 2, I know I got stuck on for a while, but then, like, once I got past it, like, subsequent times it was like, oh yeah, this is a breeze now.
So you made it to stage 8, and that's the last stage of the game, so you're very close to beating it, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I was wondering because near the end, like, it felt like they were giving a lot of ammo and fire power-ups, and I'm just, like, waiting the whole time. Okay, where's this big fight? Like, there's got to be a big fight here if they keep on harming me. I'm sorry?
And the fun thing about that, there is a big fight at the end, but the fun thing about that big fight is that you can, if you're lucky, you can basically skip it and just walk out the end of the stage, and you win. You don't really need to do the fight.
Really?
Nice.
Oh my gosh, beautiful.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering, like, at the end of level 2, there's that scorpion or whatever, and I was kind of wondering if that was kind of supposed to be a fight too, but, like, I just tried to see if I could get past, and
yeah,
sure
it kind
enough.
of is, but you really don't have to fight that.
Yeah.
And to be sure, everyone got stuck on that scorpion for a good while.
I mean, it's kind of a butt, that scorpion, to be honest, but yeah, everybody got stuck on it. Luckily, you did manage to get through it and figure that out, so it worked out. Yeah, I'm wondering, this was a game that, as far as I know, came specifically with a magazine, so it wasn't anything super fancy. It wasn't anything that, like, was like the most revolutionary game in all of history, but it was made by one person, likely a teenager. For a solo dev, do you feel like this is a good starting point? As far as I can tell, this was their first and only game.
For some of, I think there's a few names in the credits, but I think one of them did the music or something. I don't have the credits in front of me at the moment.
Fine.
No, still.
No, I'm asking one up.
Oh, right.
Like, what do you think? Like, for a solo dev, what are your thoughts about this?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's kind of hard to say because, yeah, I mean, I guess I don't know what year this was released. I'm guessing probably about early to mid 90s.
It was 93.
Okay. So yeah, yeah, I mean, I guess for solo dev, yeah, I mean, like, you know, it's got everything you need to make a game, I suppose, which is probably doing pretty good for back then, especially for a solo dev.
Especially for like a game that got like released as a cover disc for a magazine.
Yeah.
So it technically has everything that a game would need. Not everything worked very well.
Yeah, and honestly, I'd say that, like, the person who made this, they should be proud. They should be happy about how it went. Like, this is not perfect, but not every game needs to be perfect. It's a charming game that has a lot of elements of a platformer that I'm looking for when it comes to something, you know. Even if it is brutal, it's very fast to hop back into. It's got interesting, maybe not the best control mechanics, but at least it keeps things interesting. And honestly, like, the more that you know, the better that you get, and that's something like being able to actually increase your skill as you're playing was very obvious for everybody who was in this match, especially you and Bonus Lizard at the end. Oh my gosh, possibly the best ending ever. Yeah, the closest match that I've seen, and this is our 8th tournament. This was ridiculous.
No, seriously, you have to watch that back.
Yeah, I'll have to go back and watch it. Yeah, because I know, like, leading up towards the end, like, you know, I was trying not to rush through the parts I'd already done. You know, like, take it easy so that, like, I didn't waste time there. And then I kind of pushed into new territory with a minute left, and I'm like, okay, like, every pixel matters now that this is new territory. So
yeah,
I just trying to push as hard as possible.
And that was the right way. Yeah, if you wouldn't have done that, Bonus Lizard would have won easily.
Oh, wow.
So you did it right. That was absolutely the move to make. Fantastic. Well, cool. Are you streaming on your own channel these days? Have anything going on that people should know about? And if not, stream or playing anything offline?
My streams are kind of hit or miss. I haven't really done too much lately, but I think they're about to announce Big 20 soon. So I might start practicing that a little bit on stream. Yeah, in fact, that's probably what I'll be doing coming up.
Sweet Big 20. That's always fun to see people playing through that. Best of luck. Go have a good, relaxing weekend. You earned it. And Dolores Fred, thank you so much for giving the game. I'll let both of you go.
All right, thanks.
Take care, friends.
See you next time.
Yeah, till next time. Bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, everybody, I'm going to run a quick ad. I got to use the restroom, and we will be back with our second match of the day. Remember, we've got 4 matches tomorrow as well. Busy weekend. Busy me. Stay tuned.